First, the headlines. Fierce confrontation between people and security forces at 𝐶𝐤𝐲 reported. Over 24 hurt as security forces fired tear gas cell, rubber bullets and live rounds. And a curfew not relaxed in Bali district. Security tightened in the wake of 𝐶𝐤𝐲's move to dismantle barricades at 𝐶𝐤𝐲. Hello, welcome to Northeast Window TV. This is SURBALA MAIRENBAM giving you the latest news update at this hour. Now the news in detail. As many as 25 persons, including women, have been injured as large number of personnel of Manipur Police and Central Paramilitary Force fired numerous rounds of tear gas cell and rubber bullets in an attempt to disperse volunteers of 𝐶𝐤𝐲 at 𝐶𝐤𝐲 today. Personnel of RAF and Command Regiment also reportedly fired real bullets in the air. Video journalist of ANI 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬 was among the injured. He sustained injuries in his hand from tear gas cell fired by security force at 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬. Most of the injured were hit by tear gas cells and rubber bullets. They have been reportedly rushed to nearby hospital. 𝐶𝐤𝐲 volunteers made arrangements to head towards 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬 since early this morning, as they had announced that barricades of security forces set up at 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬 will be forcibly removed on September 6, that is today. However, the 𝐶𝐤𝐲 volunteers could not gather in large number at first, owing to curfew imposed by the government. The movement was delayed till about noon. Later, as large number of people and 𝐶𝐤𝐲 volunteers gathered, they headed towards 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬. Manipur Police and Central Paramilitary Force personnel blocked the people by setting up barricades at 𝐶𝐤𝐲. As over thousands of the protesters proceeded forward to 𝐶𝐤𝐲 Bazaar, police warned them to not march ahead using loudspeakers. However, as the people continued to proceed forward, the police began firing tear gas cells and rubber bullets. Our video journalist reported. After the people went helter-skelter for a while, they began to head towards 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬 from 𝐶𝐤𝐲. At 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬, personnel of Rapid Action Force RAF blocked the road by parking their vehicles across the road. The protesters then waited for a while before moving ahead, as SP Bishnupur said that they will talk with the RAF first. Later, security forces reportedly took 5 representatives, including a woman, leader of 𝐶𝐤𝐲, along with them to take stock of condition at Torbung Bangla. Soon after, the anguished people in the scorching heat started revolving as to why they were also not allowed to move forward and began trying to knock down the barricades. The personnel of RAF and Command Regiment again resorted to firing tear gas cell and rubber bullets as they couldn't control the protesters. Real bullets were also reportedly fired, making the protesters run helter-skelter, our video journalist said. The state government had yesterday appealed to 𝐶𝐤𝐲 to withdraw the mass protest and its plan to knock down army barricades at 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬 today. Addressing to media person in a press briefing held last evening at DIPR Auditorium, IPR Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan said that 𝐶𝐤𝐲 has been planning to stage a protest at 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐬 and Torbung area by breaking into the army barricades. The state government would like to appeal 𝐶𝐤𝐲 to withdraw this plan. The minister further said that the government has removed many of the barricades already. Moreover, around 700 displaced people of Torbung area, which were taking refuge at various relief camps, have started to come back and resettle in their original houses, which had not been damaged during the past few days. The government has sought the general public and also the civil society organization to support the various security provision and steps taken up by the government, he said. Education Minister T.S. Basantakumar also present at the press briefing.
The government signed the appeal among September 2023 that 𝐶𝐤𝐲 plan proposed or the labor the barricade guidance and proposed the program withdraw the winner from the site of the barricades si ayam zo remove tawkabani.
The curfew relaxation in 4 districts of the valley, namely Imphal East, Imphal West, Thoubal and Bishnupur, have been cancelled for today. In view of suspected violence, this district have now been put under Section 144/1973 of the CRPC. A notice was issued in this regard by District Magistrate Imphal East, Kumanthim Daina, and Additional District Magistrate Imphal West, Dr. Ann Johnson Maite. Tight security is in place in Greater Imphal area since early this morning. Our reporter saw frisking being conducted at major junctions of Imphal such as Kaisampat Junction, 𝐂𝐤𝐲𝐿 Anikarak, Konong Mamang Turning Point, Lamlong Kaitel, etc. Tinted glasses were removed on the spot from cars. However, essential services like medical, water, electricity, PSED, petrol pump, school colleges, municipality, press and electronic media, court were exempted. The curfew has affected normal lives in the state. Passenger service vehicles remain off the road. Market, banks, schools and colleges remain shut for the day.
Curfew matamda curfew tugai biraga gari thupi rai bai sirinaw singna adom na curfew matamda thupi rapagi maramado koi reasonable ground koi dragade medical ground da ana yeki chatta aduga duty chathok se essential service amade school college ka kibai chai so sing thok chatta koi reasonable ground koi na verify tok jagani aduga banna taba khaidodi adom so curfew violator amani haraga koi na detain tok jagani waro biroi.
Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga and 𝐶𝐤𝐲 community elected leaders and leaders of various organizations met today at the same office conference hall. The Chief Minister said that he felt deeply sorry and hurt for the suffering of many people due to violence in Manipur. He said that determining the future should be carried out in consultation with various organizations and the public. He said that Mizo people are ready to help their fellow brothers and sisters when they need it. Ministers and MLAs representatives of the Mizo People's Convention, Kuki Students Organization, MAIRENBAM Committee on Tribal Unity, Jomi Council Student Organization and other organizations were present at the meeting. Governor of Manipur 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐸 has greeted the people of Manipur on the auspicious and sacred occasion of 𝐶𝐶 Janmashtami. In her message, the governor said, 𝐶𝐶 Janmashtami celebrates the birth of Lord Krishna and incarnation of God on this earth. The festival is celebrated by the followers of Hinduism with gaiety and fervor all over the country. The devotees believe that the Lord undertook his earthly sojourn to teach mankind universal love and karma. His timeless teaching of karma to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra signifies the worship of work and carrying out one's duties without any expectation of reward. It also symbolizes the essence of truth and will forever remain the guiding principle of mankind. On this day, let us remind ourselves of the teaching of Lord Krishna and propagate love and affection for all and usher in an era of peace and prosperity in Manipur.
मुझे ये देखकर बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है। मैंने जब कैंपों में जब लोग रह रहे थे तो उस समय हमारे जो अधिकारी हैं, चीफ सेक्रेटरी, चीफ मिनिस्टर, उन तमाम सारे लोगों से भी कहा था कि इतनी बड़ी संख्या में लोग कैंपों में कितने समय तक एक साथ रह पाएंगे। और निश्चित रूप से जिस तरह का माहौल था, पूरा परिवार जहाँ भी करीब 350 पूरे प्रदेश में कैंप लगे हैं और बहुत बड़ी संख्या में मैं आई थी पिछले समय कॉलेज में भी निरीक्षण करने। मुझे देखकर भी थोड़ा सा लगा है कि इस तरह की स्थिति में काफी समय तक रहना बहुत मुश्किल होगा फैमिली के साथ। फिर उस परिस्थिति में भी मैंने ये कहा था कि हमको टेम्परेरी इस तरह का कुछ इन लोगों को आवास बनाकर हाउस कुछ देना पड़ेगा ताकि लोग फैमिली के साथ कुछ समय के लिए वो लोग शांति के साथ रह सकेंगे। क्योंकि इस समय का जो माहौल, मौसम और जहाँ से अभी वो लोग आए हैं वहाँ से रिसेटलमेंट करना अभी थोड़ा समय लगेगा। वो भी होगा, आप ये ना सोचे कि ये शायद आपका परमानेंट होगा। परमानेंट नहीं, ये टेम्परेरी। और ये तमाम हमारे मणिपुर में एक पीस का माहौल बन जाएगा और शांति आ जाएगी और ये तमाम सारी स्थिति पूर्व की तरह अगर हो जाएगी, तब जहाँ से जो भी व्यक्ति जिस गांव से भी आया है वहाँ सरकार के द्वारा उनको नए मकान, पक्के मकान बनाकर सरकार के द्वारा दिया जाएगा।
Hawaii Miriel Women's Wing will continue the hunger strike until all civil society organizations unite as one and Manipur government takes a big resolution to save the integrity of the state. MAIRENBAM Ongbi Sachirani and Usam Ongbi Radhamani are taking part in the hunger strike that began on the 4th of this month. Speaking at the venue, Sachirani said, "It is a high time all CSO united to fight those who are trying to break the integrity of Manipur." She also appealed to the government to not remain as mute spectator and act on time to protect the integrity of the state. Sachirani appealed to all CSO Maira Paibis and the public to attend the meeting at Ivoyama Sumang Lila Sanglin tomorrow.
Manipur kan bagi phibam da taraktragadi sidagi hen ba khongjang yu changjal lakineba aduga tawbo bu huji akhoina chara herini helije naham te yapote ahan ngatani anambana ahan jinje kamai tawino ima jinje kamai tawino haina laibak pairiba khoi Manipur da laiba moi humphuje kana agum ama laaga ngasibo hangab laiteba moina khali moi thokpa sige chijajano khoi thokpa khoi phamje kondaba yade hadana dum kol lairaga huji bogda khoi mixidadi kolera laure khoi aduna moi je thabak se pajana amta paikhalhaninge phore pung mari manga bau manungda kari oira kadage Manipur da hong ma kari la kadage je khangdriba phibam amadi tara ro mama oibi singi oina ko phibam amadi tara roi sengna aijarabada aduga tawbo hayengi eibo ya ma changne na tawdo meeting je Manipur kaningba kayaningdaba nupi ora ju nupa ora ju oina mak saruk ya biyo aduga ne Manipur je amta kalhoje ba.
Riots affected family forum RAFF Chonglaubi staged a sit-in today against inaction by the administration to relocate 205 persons from 36 families who have been taking shelter at different clubs, relative houses, etc. after their homes were burned down by Kuki terrorists at Chonglaubi Makha Gurukhana, Chonglaubi Awang Malom Laikai and Chonglaubi Awang Maning near P. Gelmon on the night of May 23rd. Speaking at the sit-in, M. Prameswari maintained that despite their request for the accommodation to both the government and DC, there has been no action so far except for the Moirang MLA providing few essential items. Due to lack of job opportunities, mothers are unable to meet the requirement of their children, although the local MLA and other individuals extend support. The inmates are still facing immense hardship, added Prameswari. She appealed to the authority concerned to set up a camp at the earliest. Vice President of the Forum, Modu Mangol, appealed to the government to make arrangements for the displaced person to live together.
Relief camp hango haibana ekoina hajibum matamda relief camp se koi ofam sida hangba tinthal re haina haibase relief camp hangbidragasu apun bagi trongawi harba lamdam se ipa isa ichilinaw aigi khori tari bam sida ekoigi apun bagi karigumba kama lawiraga kendra sigi MLA adegi Manipur di chief sina thoksin tharang tawbirega Jangba yadu hokang di thambiu ekoi awa base saruk yari ba mayam wari se amta di ko mabalam bi do sinbiu haina ai lainga ki mafam da ai thamdere.
The Supreme Court Bar Association has taken serious notice of news reports which have stated that the house and office of Saraisam Chittaranjan, an advocate in Manipur, have been ransacked by some person because he was representing his client in the capacity of being his advocate. In a statement issued today, Honorary Secretary of the Association, Rohit Pandey, said the Supreme Court Bar Association underlines that lawyers are free to appear for any litigant. Any attempt by any person to intimidate lawyers into not appearing for any party has the effect of interfering in the administration of justice and needs to be condemned in the strongest possible manner. Saying that the Supreme Court Bar Association stands in solidarity with Suraisam Chitturanjan, it urged the state and the Manipur police to provide adequate protection to the lawyers in question and take immediate effective action against the guilty. Deputy Commissioner Imphal is handed over a certificate of appreciation to Chairman of 𝐿𝐴𝐸 School and Irabanta for the kind gesture of helping the district administration. Imphal is by providing relief materials and the facilities of transport service, along with drivers for over a month. The service provided helped the displaced families take shelter as the vans were used to transport relief materials to various relief camps in the district. Situation in the state remained tense with sporadic incident of firing and congregation of protesters during the last 24 hours. According to report from Manipur Police Control Room, search operations were conducted in the fringe and vulnerable areas of Imphal West, Imphal District, Thoubal and 𝐶𝐤𝐃 District. 3 arms and 3 explosives were recovered from Imphal West and Thoubal District. Movement of 323 vehicles along National Highway 37 with essential items were ensured. Strict security measures were taken up in all vulnerable locations and security convoy was provided along sensitive stretches in order to ensure free and safe movement of the vehicles. A total of 130 checkpoints were also installed in different districts of Manipur, both in the hills and the valley, and police detained 1,887 persons in connection with violations in different districts of the state, the report added. The unfortunate ethnic violence in Manipur has now lasted more than 4 months and there is no sign of restoring peace and normalcy. Tens of hundreds of people are still seeking shelter at relief camps. They have now appealed to the government to help them return to their homes. An internally displaced person at the relief camp set up at 𝐿𝐴𝐸𝐸 Khabam High School said they have lived at this camp for more than 4 months. He mentioned that people cannot live in relief camps forever and appealed to the government to restore normalcy at the earliest and help return to 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐸𝐸, their birthplace. There is a big difference in living at home and at relief camps, he said.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯐ ꯀꯦꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯛꯂꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯒ ꯊꯥꯔꯒ ꯊꯥ 4 ꯐꯥꯖꯤꯜꯂꯛꯂꯦ ꯑꯁꯨꯛ ꯀꯨꯏꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯕꯨ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯐ ꯀꯦꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯁꯨꯝ ꯊꯝꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯋꯥꯏ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯒ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯐ ꯀꯦꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯒꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯆꯤꯟ ꯀꯨꯀꯤꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯆꯠꯊꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯑꯣꯡꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯦꯜꯂꯛꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯇꯨꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯃꯪꯒꯤ ꯁꯛꯇꯝꯅꯦꯕ ꯂꯤꯠꯂꯤꯕ ꯐꯨꯔꯤꯠ ꯁꯦꯠꯂꯛꯏꯕ ꯐꯤ ꯐꯅꯦꯛ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯝꯇ ꯑꯗꯨꯐꯥꯎꯗ ꯃꯊꯣꯡ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯈꯪꯄꯣꯠꯇꯦ ꯏꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯏꯆꯥ ꯆꯦꯟꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯏꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯋꯥꯈꯟꯗꯣ ꯈꯟꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯏꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩ ꯀꯥꯞꯁꯜꯂꯛꯏꯕ ꯃꯊꯪ ꯃꯩ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯏꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯃꯪꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯂꯩꯉꯥꯛꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯕꯁꯤ ꯈꯪꯕꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯐꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯆꯨꯔꯆꯥꯟꯄꯨꯔ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯍꯟꯖꯤꯟꯍꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯕꯨ ꯈꯨꯟꯗꯥ ꯂꯩꯇꯥꯍꯟꯕꯤꯌꯨ.
She further stated that the DC Imphal West, DPC, CEO Imphal West and BDO Patsoy have provided jobs by giving them job cards under the MZNREGA after learning their agony and they have received payments too. While appreciating the relevant departments, Pradhan of 𝐶𝐤𝐸𝐸 GP and committee of the camp, she also appealed to the authorities concerned to provide further jobs to IDPs. Congress leader Sonia Gandhi today wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi regarding the special session of the parliament convened by the NDA government. In the letter, she outlined the issues the opposition like to be taken up in the parliament. She pointed out that this special session has been convened without any consultation with other political parties, nor do they have any idea of its agenda. All that have been communicated is that all 5 days have been allocated for government business, the veteran politician said, adding that they most certainly want to participate in the special session because it will give them an opportunity to raise matters of public concern and importance. She expressed hope that time will be located under the appropriate rules for our discussion and debate on these issues. Sonia Gandhi went on to highlight the issues the opposition would like discussed in the House, including current economic situation, with focus on increasing price rise of essential commodities, growing unemployment, rise in inequalities and distress of MSME, the commitment made by the Government of India to farmers and farmer organizations in regard to MSP and other demands raised by them, the continued agony faced by people of Manipur, and breakdown of constitutional machinery and social harmony in the state. Rise in component tension in different states like Haryana, continued occupation of India territory by China and challenges to the sovereignty on the borders in Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh, and the urgent need of a caste census among others. The 5-day session will start on September 18. The Supreme Court, in an urgent interim order today, protected the President of Editors Guild of India and 3 senior journalists from arrest by the Manipur police for their ground report concluding bias on the part of the local media and reporting the ethnic clashes. A 3-judge bench headed by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud listed the case for a detailed hearing on September 11 and directed the Manipur police not to take any coercive action against them in the interim. Senior Advocate Shyam Diwan, who made an urgent oral mentioning before the Chief Justice bench on behalf of the EGI, said they knew that at least 2 FIRs were registered by the Manipur police after the report was released on September 2. An FIR has been registered against DMK leader Udayanithi Stalin and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge's son Priyank Kharge for allegedly outraging religious feeling in the Rampur district of Uttar Pradesh. According to police, Stalin was booked for his school to eradicate Sanatan Dharma and Kharge for making his remark. The 2 were booked under Section 295A, Deliberate and Malicious Act to outrage religious feeling, and 153A, Promoting Enmity between different religious groups, of the IPC and Civil Lines Police Station on Tuesday. The FIR came to the complaint of lawyers Harsh Gupta and Ram Singh Lodi, who highlighted media reports on Stalin's statement alleging that the politician's command had hurt their feelings. Stalin had on Saturday during an event in Tamil Nadu compared the Sanatan Dharma with diseases like dengue and malaria. It may be noted that DMK leader Udayanidhi's remark on Sanatan Dharma sparked massive controversy across the nation, with several BJP leaders and Hindu priests strongly criticizing his statement. Over 4 lakh Indians will die before they receive a green card to the United States, a report has said, adding that over 11 lakh applicants from India are pending in U.S. employment-based green card backlog. A green card or a permanent resident card is a document issued to U.S. immigrants granting them permanent residence in the country. India makes up 63% of a total 18 lakh employment-based green card applicant now pending in the country, US-based think tank Cato Institute said in its report. This backlog adds to the 83 lakh pending applicants from the family sponsor system. According to the report, for new applicants from India, the backlog is effectively a life sentence with over 134 years of wait time. About 4,24,000 employment-based applicants will die waiting, and over 90% of them will be Indians. Given that Indians are currently half of all new employer-sponsored applicants, roughly half of all newly sponsored immigrants will die before they receive a green card, it said. Britain is to be banned Russia mercenary outfit the Wagner Group as a terrorist organization. The UK was set to make the Wagner Group a proscribed organization under anti-terrorist law, putting it on a par with Islamic State and Al-Qaeda, a report in the Daily Mail said. Wagner is the violent and destructive organization which has acted as a military tool of Vladimir Putin's Russian overseas, the newspaper quoted. Braverman has saying, while Putin's regime decide what to do with the monster it created, Wagner's continuing destabilizing activities only continue to serve the Kremlin's political goals. Under the Terrorism Act 2000, the Home Secretary has the power to proscribe an organization if they believe it is involved in terrorism. A proscription order makes it a criminal offense to support the group. They are terrorists, plain and simple, and this proscription under makes that clear in UK law, a BBC report added, quoting the minister. And before we end, let's take a quick look at the headline once again. Fierce confrontation between people and security forces at 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐻 reported. Over 25 hurt as security forces fire tear gas shell, rubber bullet, live rounds. And curfew not relaxed in the Valley District, security tightened in the wake of 𝐂𝐲𝐲𝐻's move to dismantle barricades at 𝐶𝐤𝐲𝐻. And that's all we have for now, but for more news update, keep watching Northeast Window TV. Have a nice day.